Hey everyone, today, we're diving into one of the most elegant, and honestly, most colorful, form pigeon breeds out there, the Cauchois. Oh yeah, this one's a real beauty. It's an old French breed that comes from the Caux region of Normandy in France, originally bred from croppers, mondaines, Carnot pigeons, and field pigeons. Like every pigeon breed, the Cauchois belongs to one of 9 main groups, and this one falls under the form pigeons. It's a bit larger and heavier than average pigeon, so it definitely catches the eye. But it's not just about size. Color and pattern matter a ton here too. In fact, when judges look at a Cauchois, they're not only checking its shape, they're looking for balance. Everything's gotta come together harmoniously. If the color or pattern's off, even a perfectly shaped bird might not make the top cut. What about the size and proportions? I guess people used to focus too much on size. Bigger was better, right? But not anymore. The French standard gives us reference numbers, sure, but they're not meant as strict rules. A male Cauchois, or cock, should weigh somewhere between 700 and 800 grams. The females are a little lighter, around 650 to 700 grams. When stretched out, the bird measures about 42 to 46 centimeters from beak to tail, with a chest and shoulder circumference of about 30 to 35 centimeters. So yeah, we're talking high-medium sized here. The real goal is to keep enough body mass and volume while preserving elegance. And that's the key word here, elegance. When standing, the Cauchois has this proud, upright posture, kind of like it knows it looks good. The back forms about a 45-degree angle with the ground, nice and straight, flowing smoothly into the tail. The tail itself is up to 15 centimeters long, fairly broad, and made of wide feathers. It shouldn't touch the ground or fan open. Everything should be neat and aligned. The chest and shoulders? Broad but natural. The chest should blend into the belly without any pinching. Ideally, the lower line of the body sits just slightly below the wings. Not too much though, 'cause you don't want it to look bulky. Oh, and the wing joints. They shouldn't stick out in front of the chest or below the belly. That totally ruins the sleek look. Wings that hang too low or drag on the ground? Big no-no. They should sit tight along the body and close neatly over the back. The wingtips should rest neatly on top of the tail without crossing. You definitely want to avoid what's called stulp wings, where the feathers stick straight out instead of lying flat. That breaks the smooth back line. Now, this is actually one of the trickiest things to get right. The wings are long, so sometimes you get that little wedge-shaped gap on the back where the white lower feathers peek through. Judges know it's a tough detail, so they won't be too harsh, but breeders, yeah, they keep working on it. A perfectly closed back just looks so much more refined. And speaking of that white patch, the lower back should be pure white, about 4 centimeters wide. It's a small detail, but super important. Now the head, it's relatively small compared to the body, nicely rounded with a slightly arched forehead. The highest point sits right above the eyes. The beak should fit proportionally, and close neatly. The head's broad and rounded, but a little elongated to match the body. The neck connects smoothly, fairly short, broad at the base. And those eyes, bright orange-red and lively. The eye ring should be thin and subtle, bluish-gray for blue-based birds, pinkish-yellow for ash-blue ones. From about a meter away, you should hardly notice it. All right, moving down, the legs should be medium in length and set wide enough apart to give the bird a solid, balanced stance. Legs that are too close together make the pigeon look narrow, not good. They're naturally bare, no feathers, although the French standard says a few small ones on heavier birds aren't a big deal. Still, for shows, it's best to clean and polish those legs so they look neat and smooth. Nail color depends on the variety. Black nails for blue-based and solid black birds. Whitish pink for ash blue, solid red, or solid yellow ones. One of the Cauchois trademarks is its long, soft feathers. The standard even mentions that the plumage can come loose easily if you handle it roughly, so yeah, gentle hands. But soft doesn't mean fluffy. The feathers should still lie smooth against the body. Loose feathers can ruin that elegant, sleek look we're going for. Now here's something really cool, the Cauchois signature mark, the white crescent, or moon, on its upper chest. It's shaped like a small half-moon, about 4 centimeters high, sitting roughly 4 centimeters below the beak, and the tips reach about 4 centimeters below the eyes. These are just guidelines, of course. The main thing is that it looks neat and decorative, kind of like the bird's natural jewelry. Every color variety can appear with or without the moon marking, and both are recognized. Breeding-wise, it's a balancing act. You want enough white in the right places, like the crescent and lower back, but not random white spots on the belly or legs. That's why breeders sometimes pair a bird with a big moon with one that doesn't have it, to keep things even. Okay, now for the fun part, the colors. The Cauchois comes in 3 main types: checkers, barred, and self-colored. The checkers include blue bronze checker, also known as red checker. There is the dilute blue sulfur checker, that's yellow checker. We also have blue rosa checker, also called peach blossom. We also have dilute blue-white checker. And last we have blue-white checker, which used to be called hyacinth. The barred types include blue-bronze bar, or blue-red bar, dilute blue with sulfur bar. We call this also ash blue-yellow bar. There is blue-rose bar. Then there is blue with white bars and dilute blue with white bars. And last we have the mealy and cream barred ones. And finally the selfs. We've got them in black, red, and yellow. With the checkers, the goal is a perfectly even pattern of small triangles. Each triangle forms at the tip of a feather, with the base color showing through and a fine dark edge outlining it, kind of like a pencil line. Used to be that the edges were too broad, but not anymore. The 2 wing bars should also have fine dark outlines. Judges want bright, clean, even colors with clear contrast between the base and top colors. Color judging can be tricky, though. Lighting can totally change how it looks. The goal isn't a specific shade, but a deep, pure color, not faded or powdery. The base color should be clean and free of black speckling. Getting that even pattern across the whole wing shield? Yeah, that's one of the toughest parts. But lately, more birds are showing nice, closed checkering right up to the shoulders. Great progress. The barred types are kind of like the checkers, just without the triangle pattern. The 2 bars should be clearly visible, not too wide, and nice and parallel without touching. The second bar, the one toward the back, should be as long as possible. The mantle color should be even, no cloudiness. The mealy and cream types are a bit special. They don't have the dark edging like the others. They've been recognized for quite a while, thanks to early breeders across Europe. Everything about color quality from the checkers applies here too. But since the colored areas are smaller, it's even harder to get that deep, rich tone. Finally, the self-colored Cauchois. The colors should be deep, rich, and with that intense sheen. The blacks are the most developed. The challenge is getting that beautiful beetle green shine across the body. When that's right, oh wow, they're absolutely stunning. The eyes should have that same warm orange red to deep red tone, with a fine, barely noticeable eye ring. That combo really completes the look. For reds and yellows, the color can shift a lot during the molt. Sometimes white spots turn dark and vice versa. So yeah, don't judge them too early. What are the common faults? Common faults include body held too high or too low, an oversized half moon, marking, body too coarse or narrow, dull or uneven color, white on the belly or vent, reddish tones on the chest, or unclear markings. And for mealy and creams, uneven wing shields or tail color. And that's the full picture of the Cauchois pigeon. Did you find this interesting? Then be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos about our special pigeon breeds. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.